How to optimize the performance of a project. So this is one of the most famous questions that we keep getting on Discord, and yeah, it is a very well-known problem that a lot of you might be facing when kind of developing really high-end models, mainly noticed in level 2, when kind of creating your very own interior and exterior designs. So in order to optimize the performance, I can only suggest you 2 to 3 ways which kind of will help you. And okay, we'll get back to our model. Our shaders have prepped, so I think we'll be able to play it soon, but I just want to first handle the optimization. So firstly, you have your scalability settings. Now your scalability settings, in my case, since I have a higher end GPU, I have set it by default at high. It will also run in Epic, but definitely not in cinematics. Cinematics is, you need a really high end GPU for that, so always reserve it towards the end of your deployment to kind of see how it looks on the best setup. But yeah, when developing, the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your scalability settings are set to medium or low when testing. So if you set it to low, you will basically be able to do all kinds of development that's available to you, easily create landscapes and all that stuff. However, when it comes to creating Niagara particles and working with different types of lighting, it would be more preferred to use the medium mode or sometimes the high mode for some Niagara particles. So as you kind of go through the course over the coming levels, maybe like level 3, level 4, level 5, when we kind of start creating various different types of complex simulations using Niagara effects, we'll kind of show you that in order to save the performance and the efficiency and to keep your project from not crashing, it is better to set it at medium. And also for some Niagara effects, in order to see whether it works, you will definitely have to change the mode to high. And yeah, that is pretty much it for optimizing your performance in the first part. The next part we can come to is your LODs or your level of details. Now LODs are mainly accessible from the models that you get from Quixel Bridge. Now in this case, we have this particular guy over here, which is a character, you could say. Give me a second to load it up. My Unreal Engine editor is stuck. Okay, so just kind of waiting for this to load up. There we go. So you have your LOD output. So this was a model that we downloaded from Sketchfab, and by default the Sketchfab models is mainly made from other softwares like Blender and all that. So by default they don't come with any type of LOD, so you can't really change it up. You go to the preview settings, it's not there, and if you come over here, you can only see you have one LOD, which is the default one. Whereas from Quixel Bridge, if you download any type of static mesh, I don't think I have any static mesh to show you guys currently, but it would stay the same. Getting any type of static mesh, you would have your LODs here. Now only for Quixel Bridge you would have multiple different kinds of LODs, because the objects are shipped with all the different types of qualities. Now you may have observed when kind of getting various different types of when downloading asset from Quixel Bridge, you will have noticed that they kind of give you the choice to download the model in various different types of quality, whether it be your low quality, your high quality, or like the best quality, so which reflects with 2K, 4K or your 8K resolution profiles respectively. Now you can choose any of them, and when you do that, you get your for example, I would usually choose medium, because we don't really need high quality when development is there, and medium pretty much does a pretty good job at getting in that realism. But yeah, so when you get your LODs for any Quixel object, you would notice that there would be LOD 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and it would also show up for your meta humans. Now in order to change it, you would just simply either select it from here. You could select any of the LODs here and it would get reflected, or in your details panel you could easily select that particular object, and there would be an option called LODs, changing up the LOD numbers, and you can automatically set that value. If I can just pull it up from the Unreal Engine documentation, I can kind of show you guys how that is done. Will definitely be there. There we go. So as you can see, everything is available on the Unreal Engine documentation if you just search for the right query. There we go. So this is shown in UE 4.4, but it remains the same for 5 and all the other things. Now in this example they're clicking a normal cube, which is a static mesh, and over here they have the static mesh editor, and on the right hand side you have your details. So on your details you can see that there is this option called LOD settings. Now over here the option for LOD group is set to none by default. Now if you click on this option, you will be getting various different types of groups to set your LOD to, and your groups are basically the levels of quality that you want to set it from, in the range of 0 to 6, 0 to 7, and n number of ranges depending on what type of quality is available to you. So automatically if you select the LOD group and you can just change it up, you will be able to kind of permanently select that particular LOD for the particular scene. So no matter what you do or what you change, it will stay the same for the rest of the development. And when you're kind of ready to deploy it, you can definitely get the LODs back up by changing the LOD group over there. So that's pretty much how it would work, and this is just a documentation to show how you can create your own LODs. But you can't really create your own LODs purely in Unreal Engine. You will require other software, so I wouldn't recommend trying to create your own LODs for the sake. And yeah, hopefully that kind of covers the second point on how to optimize your project. Finally, you have your screen percentage. So over here my screen percentage is set to 88%. This is another way to kind of help you optimize your entire project scenario. So in the perspective view, you can change up the screen percentage size, and if you lower your value, it will definitely help with so as you can see, I lowered it and the quality dropped, but it's only helping you to kind of be able to work with higher quality scenes and develop to that. So the lower it is, the more better you will be able to work, but of course the quality is certainly dropped a lot. So good value, you can keep it at maybe 50 or 60. By default it was set at 88 for me, so I think I'll keep that. And yeah, and again you can even see various different statistics like your show FPS, your field of view, and all these various different kinds of layouts. Okay, so hopefully that kind of helps you guys with understanding the overall way on kind of optimizing your projects.